Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome to another episode of my YouTube channel. If you're just seeing this beautiful face of mine for the first time, please don't make it your last by clicking on the subscribe button just below your screen. But if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for coming back. So today, as you can already see from the title of the video, I'm going to be telling you all about how I moved out of my parents' house, when it happened, why it happened, and then how I've been faring or how my life has been after moving out. So guys, it's going to be chit chat all the way. So most of you already know that I'm currently interning at University of Nigeria Teaching Hospital here at Enugu. I think I mentioned that in one of my videos. I think it's the very first video. But prior to this appointment, I was living with my parents at Benin City, Edo State. Yeah. So I officially moved back home from school in December 2019. I think that was 5th of December. Yeah, I can't forget that day. So I finished my project and everything that has to do with school, and so I packed my bags and I left. I went back home. I went back to my parents' house in Benin. So I started staying with my parents again full time, because when I was in school it was always back and forth. I think I spent about 9 months in school and 3 months at home for short breaks here and there. So I moved back home in December 2019, guys. And you know how it feels like to be done with school. Like you're just thinking of what's the next thing for me, what's the next thing for me. That's how I was feeling at that moment. I was hungry to do something else, let me put it that way. So guys, I started staying at home. You know, when you just get home, you still be chilling, like you be enjoying the fact that you're at home, resting and the rest of them. So that's how January went for me. I was just feeling like I was enjoying the fact that I was staying at home. It wasn't, based on the fact that I've been in school, stressed and all. So coming home, it was a different feeling, and I was really enjoying it. So the whole of January, I was happy. So in February, I started getting bored. I started getting tired of staying at home. I just wanted to leave or change the environment. You know how it feels like to stay with your parents. It was just getting very boring for me, because in the morning my dad and my mom would dress up and go to work, and I just have to stay at home doing nothing. I was very bored and tired of living like that. And then my siblings were not even in the house, so it was just me alone. So I started thinking of the next possible thing to do, because I was really tired and exhausted of staying at home. I knew that the next thing for me had to be my internship, because that's like the only thing that can take me out of the house. So like I spoke to my mom about it, and she said okay, no problem, that she has one or two friends in University of Benin Teaching Hospital that she's going to talk to. And mind you, University of Benin Teaching Hospital is in Benin, and that's where my parents live. So when she said that, I just got the message that by mistake if by mistake I get internship at UBTH, I was going to be coming from home, or like I won't live in the kind of life I want to live. I won't have freedom per se. I won't be on my own. I won't have privacy, which are the things I was craving for at that moment. So it just dawned on me that it's either I help myself, or I just be ready to do my internship at UBTH. I became very sad, because it was as if I was helpless. Who do I know? My parents have been the one guiding me all along. Like I was so heartbroken. Like I was so sad, because all my life it has been from one cage to the next cage, to the other cage, to this cage. And then I've never experienced, or rather I never experienced what it felt like to live on your own, wake up when you want to, do what it's not as if I had one special thing I wanted to do when I stay on my own. But I just wanted to experience it. I didn't want to be cheated out of that experience. For us that went to private schools, especially those that went to Madonna, no, it wasn't it. So I was really craving for that kind of independence, sort of. So I was so sad. Like, who do I know? What do I know I'm going to do? Who do I know in any hospitals? So I started making inquiries, asking whoever. Like, there's nothing I didn't do. Every time I'm on my phone, I'm online searching for the best place to do internship. Just reading news and all those things. Like, there was no day I didn't pray about this thing. Every day, there's no day that went by that I didn't pray or say, God, please, I don't know how it's going to happen, but just help me get internship somewhere, anywhere else, I don't mind. Every day I'm praying about it. Like, I even told some of my friends to pray with me about it. Like, I wasn't just happy. And then in March or so, COVID happened. Like, my frustration doubled, guys. My frustration doubled because we're not going anywhere. Everybody was just stuck in the house, moving from one part of the house to the other. Everybody was just moving in circles. Then my siblings were home, but still, I was just sad. I was not happy. And then, like, you know how it feels like to stay with your parents for a very long time, even though it was not so long. I think it was just about 3 months, but then still, the pressure was just too much from all angles. That was when you see that my mom will remember some kind of things to do. And let's wash the curtain, and let's scrub the rug, and let's, like, it was a whole lot. I was really struggling. COVID continued for months. I can't remember how long COVID lasted, but throughout that period I was just useless and tired and frustrated all in one. Then I started looking for ways to make money. I started doing keto diets, like some of us already know. And I started selling weight loss products, making Greek yogurts, making granolas, making zobos, making weight loss bread, that's almond flour bread, and I started selling. And I started saving up money. Like, that activity or those activities kept me busy and it was bringing me money, because I knew that I didn't want to cut on away. I was praying to get internship space in somewhere that is not in Benin. So I knew that I had to start saving up money. I had to start saving up money so that whatever happens or however it's going to come, however the blessing was going to come, I'll be ready to receive it. I started doing a lot of things. I started coaching people on how to lose weight. I started selling weight loss products. Like, I started doing a lot of things, and it was fetching me a lot of money then. So I started saving up the money. Like, I was literally saving. I've not saved for anything like the way I saved for that in my life. I started saving. So sometime in June, or I think that was April, I applied for internship at University of Nigeria Teaching Hospital. When I applied, I didn't even tell anybody. I just applied because when I was applying, I wasn't even applying with the mindset that, okay, I'm going to go to Enugu. I just applied so that it's not be as if I didn't apply to anything. Like, I wasn't even convinced that Enugu would be where I'll go to. But then I just applied. After applying, after seeing the progress, I submitted my document. Like, I scanned it and sent it to my friend in Enugu here, and then submitted it for me. And then, like, I started seeing progress. I started getting contacts of people that could help me get the internship. And then I changed my prayer point. I changed my prayer point from, please help me get internship anywhere else, to, please God, you see Enugu, give me that Enugu. I want Enugu. Like, who do I know in Enugu? Nobody. But then I just changed my prayer point because I saw that Enugu was trying to click, or it was looking like something that would click. So it was time for the exam. I think sometime around July I wrote the exam. Then I met the people that said, or the person that said he was going to help me get it, and then he told me how much, and I paid him because I was ready. When all these things were happening, I didn't even tell anybody. Like, my family, I didn't tell anybody. It was when I was coming to write the exam, I now told them. I now told my mom. My mom was like, Enugu, who do you know in Enugu? It was just funny. But then she can't stop me from going because she saw the effort I put into getting that place. So I went for the exam. I wrote the exam. When, after like some months, I think sometime in September, October, I can't exactly remember, I got a call saying, you've been appointed, you've been given appointment, come and get your appointment letter. And I went mad. I went mad. I didn't even like that day. I was out of the house. I went back home immediately and packed my bag, set to travel the next day to come down to Enugu. When my parents came back, I told them about it and told me to go. I came to Enugu and I created my appointment letter and I couldn't be more happy. So guys, after getting the appointment letter, I went back home and this NSAS of a thing started. It was just crazy. My mates that got the appointment too had already started working. But me, I was at home because I could not come down again because of NSAS. And then my parents were just so scared. But after some time, it's settled. The whole NSAS thing started settling and I packed my bag and I started coming to Enugu. Mind you, I didn't know anybody in Enugu at that time. Like I didn't know anybody in Enugu. Even like out of the people that got internship, the two persons that go from my school, like my classmates, or rather, yeah, my classmates from Madonna that got internship here. It's not, they were not even people that when we were in school we used to roll or talk. So I packed my things and I started coming down to Enugu. How did I feel when I was leaving? I felt so happy. Like I felt it was as if I gained one kind of freedom. Like I was so happy. Like nothing had made me as happy as I was that whole year. Yes, that whole year. So I was very happy and I got to Enugu and as God will have it, I found a place that was really affordable. Yes, that was really, yeah, in terms of light and every other thing, it was really okay. It was somewhere that I could stay for at least 1 year. I didn't buy so much properties because I didn't intend or I didn't plan on or I didn't buy so much properties because I don't plan on staying here for more than a year. So when my program is over, I'm going to leave by the grace of God because I don't like Enugu like that. Enugu is a chilled place, but it's not somewhere I want to, you know, continue staying for the long term. So I settled in well and fine. So fast forward to November. Sometime in November, my mom came and she brought me some stuffs, brought me food stuffs, brought me some other things that I would be needing, and yeah. So before then, like every month, my parents they give me pocket money. My dad gives me pocket money every month, like. But then that pocket money stopped December 2019 when I came home that I was done with school. So but once my brother, my mom, they just give me pocket money and they kept on giving me even when I got down to, when I came to Enugu, based on the fact that I just got the job. I've not stayed working, they've not paid me. So sometime in January they paid me my first salary. I was so happy because I've never received the salary before. Like I was really happy. I called everybody, I called my mom, I told them, and they were happy with me too. So that same January, because since I came to Enugu, I came with a lot of foodstuffs and everything that will last me for a while. So everything I came with in October, as of January, started finishing. Like I didn't have so many things again. So when that salary came, it was like a relief. I told myself that okay, this money has come. Let me now stock up on stuffs because my room was getting really empty. So I sat down, I brought paper, I wrote down all the things I don't have: Indomie, spaghetti, tomatoes. I wrote down a lot of things and then I just budgeted or estimated that I was paying 10,000 naira buying these things. When it was Saturday, because Saturday I didn't go to work, I carried my purse, carried my money. I started going to the nearest market. When I got to the market, I saw where they were selling. I saw one lady that was selling Indomie. For the records, I've never bought Indomie in my entire life. Like I've never had to buy Indomie. Like I don't know how it feels like to buy rice. I don't even understand. Like I never understood what buying rice was like raw rice. I never bought Indomie. Like there's some things I've never bought. I don't even, if you have asked me before now, I don't even know, or I can't even tell you how much this thing is possibly going to be. I never bought Indomie because if I needed Indomie, I just go to my dad's office and I can carry as many as I want. I never bought rice before because if I needed rice, I'll just go to the kitchen store and pack as much as I want. Like, so when I was going to the market, I had no knowledge about the prices of things. Like, it was, I didn't even try to guess how that these things were so expensive. I never even, like, I never appreciated foodstuffs. That's the honest truth. I never appreciated foodstuffs. So when I go to the market now, I met one woman selling Indomie. I asked her, please give me one carton of Indomie. She now brought it out. I said, how much? She told me 3.5. I said, eh? Like, I was so down. I didn't understand why Indomie was 3.5, a carton of Indomie. Like, coming from somebody that never bought all these things, coming from me, somebody that has plenty. Like, Indomie is one of the most insulted food in my house. Let me just leave it like that because it is too much. So like, I was pained. I didn't buy it though. I started calling my friends. Like, I moved around the market asking different people for how much it is. Not just Indomie, crayfish, rice, so many things. I started asking people, like, how much is this thing? And then the prices they were calling was just shocking me. I started calling my friends on phone to ask them because I was feeling as if these people were trying to cheat me, because there's something I noticed about that market. When you get there and you're not speaking Igbo like them, they'll feel like, oh, they want to cheat you. So that's how I was feeling that day. And then I called my friend. I started asking her, please, how much is carton of rice? How much is how much is carton of Indomie? How much is 1 cup of rice? And I was just screaming within me, like I could not. And I said, okay, let me just buy according to my scale of preference. I started taking the ones that are more important for me. So I went to where they were selling crayfish, because crayfish was really very, I like a lot of crayfish in my food. So I bought the crayfish. I think one rubber, 1 cup was 750 or so. After buying it, I went to where they were grounded. I grounded the crayfish. Crayfish that was as big as was now so tiny. Like, I was devastated. It was a very bad experience. Like, I started missing my house. I never appreciated all these things when I saw them at home. I never even understood how my parents, I never even thought about how they would be feeling buying these things. So I never even thought about, like, these things were not even important. Like, I never for once in my life sat down to think of how much they sell rice, how much they sell noodles. Like, it was just very painful. That was when it now dawned on me that most times when I see my mom pricing things, because sometimes my mom can price, don't worry. When I see her pricing things, in my head I'm like, now wow, this woman can price. But like, when I went by myself and I saw everything that's happening in that market, I just started having value for money. I started appreciating money. Like, you know, there was a day I went to buy bag of water, because normally I buy bag of water 170. So that particular day, the woman that was selling, she told me 200, and I was so angry. Like, I didn't buy the water. I went back to my room. When I go back to my room, I started laughing at myself, because normally if it was my mom that was doing that, in my head I was saying, so it's 13 naira that's making this woman shout like this. But then that was me there shouting because of 13 naira. So guys, like, it's one thing to move out, and it's another thing to be ready to be independent. It's another thing to be ready to pay bills, because if you can't handle it, like, you just run back to your parents' house. Guys, like, moving out made me see a lot of things in a different way. Moving out made me, like, appreciate money. Moving out made me realize the value of money. Moving out made me appreciate money better. Like, literally right now I take accounts of every 1 naira I spend. Like, is that serious? I take account of every 1 naira I spend. It was not like then, when the only thing I'm saving up to buy is maybe a new phone or a new dress. Now I can see bills in front of me. My salary has not come, but then I'm looking at the bills of the next month. You have to pay for water, you have to pay for your DSTV, you have to pay for this. And then very soon I'm going for my NYC by the grace of God, and I don't intend to stay here in Enugu. And then I have to also plan for because I'm going to pay house rent. I have to plan for where I'll be going to, where I'll stay when I like. Guys, it's a lot of things. If I know this was kind of life I was craving for, but then it's more than I expected. I didn't see the bills part of it. I didn't see the living independence part of it. Like, you're just it's just a total life change. You move from staying in a big space to a very small space, to an empty fridge. You have to worry about your security, you have to worry about water, worry about what you eat. It's a whole lot. Unlike when you were still staying with your parents, that just go to the kitchen and you must find something to eat. There's a big space everywhere. There's a lot of space around you. Like, life was just so easy. The only things you are worrying about is your data, and when next you are going to, which dress again, yeah, the next dress you are buying. Like, guys, if you're not ready for all of this, then I don't think you should think about you should move out yet. Don't be like me that's just looking at the fact that I'll be living on my own, nobody will be in my space, I will call the shots for myself. Like, think about everything, think about the bills. I'm so happy that at least I had a source of income, or I had a sure source of income. The fact that at the end of the month I'm going to be receiving a salary was or rather is what has been keeping me. Because if you just wake up and decide, oh, I want to move out without having a job, without having a concrete job that you are sure of, it's not going to be easy for you, because you need money for a lot of things. You need to pay bills, and living on your own, you're going to incur a lot of bills. When you get sick, you have to treat yourself. When your DSTV expires, you have to pay. When you don't have light, you have to pay for light, you have to pay for water. Like, you have to pay for your rent, or plan to pay for your rent. It's just a lot. So guys, I am still very happy that I moved out. Like, I am very happy that I moved out, because I've become more exposed. It has opened my eyes to a lot of things that ordinarily I wasn't looking at, or I wasn't looking in that direction. I'm happy that I moved out, because there's something about moving out, there's something about staying on your own. Like, because if you're staying with your parents, you'll be so relaxed. But then when you're staying on your own, you're looking for every possible means to become better, you're looking for every possible means to make more money, and the rest of them. So, like, I'm very happy I made that decision to move out of my parents' house. So I'm going to say that if you're not ready for some kind of things, if you're not ready for this independence life, if you're not ready to pay bills, if you don't have a steady source of income, I don't mean your business, your online business, if it doesn't bring you steady money every month, like if by the end of the month there's no money that's entering your account as an income, then I don't think you're ready to move out, because it's going to be very difficult for you. You can't move out of your parents' house and still be calling them to send you money to pay for things. I don't think it's right. And I also feel like, before, as a woman or as a young girl, before you get married and move into your husband's house per se, you should have been able to live on your own and cater for yourself first before going into somebody's house to become a wife. So I don't think it's ideal, although it's my personal belief or personal opinion. I don't think it's ideal for someone to just move from their parents' house straight to their husband's house. I'm not a fan of that kind of life. I feel like you should be able to experience life on your own for a while before considering settling down. So yes, I know that at some point in your life you're going to want to move out, but don't be in a haste. Try and make plans for yourself. There should be at least a steady source of income. And then when you're moving out, don't spend all your money trying to furnish your rooms. You have to plan ahead. If you're moving to a place where you will not be staying for long, like me, there's no point buying all the furnitures. Just buy arrange your scale of preference and buy the most important ones, especially those that you know that when you're moving to a new place you can easily move with it. Yeah. So guys, I know that there are a lot of young people somewhere watching this video, maybe, that have been thinking about moving out or have been wanting to move out of their parents' house. I just want to let you know that yes, you can make it if you move out, But then at the same time, I don't think you should move out without a plan. I think you should be able to, like I said, have a steady source of income before you think about moving out. In that way, you'll be able to foot your bills when you move out, and then you should be able to have saved up an amount of money, or a substantial amount of money, before you think of moving out. Because like the first 2 or 3 months of moving out or moving into a new place is always very, very tough. Most times you get it out because you're still trying to set up your house, so you have to have a lot of money on you for you to be able to go through all of that successfully without dying or without running back to your parents. So guys, we come to the end of this video. If you've not subscribed to my channel, please do so now. And also, you can also click on the notification bell so that whenever I post a new video, you be the first to know. If you also want to see videos like this from me, please leave a comment in the comment section. Tell me how you feel about moving out. If you have anything to contribute to all I've said today, please also leave a comment. Thank you for watching this video. Have a nice day.